math is sound. I promise. It could easily be twice that much.
You know what? I don't like this. It just doesn't sound like a good idea.
Listen, it could easily be triple. Okay? And yeah, it would allow us to...
It's not a good idea.
It would allow us to...
If it works, yeah, then it works, but at what cost? We're not these types of people. Because if it doesn't work, we're not the prison type.
Well, it's twice as much as we have if we didn't. I can't do this alone. It'll work. We can make this work. Hey, so we're teammates. I've already signed us up. We got team shirts and everything. I'm afraid that if you don't do this, it's not gonna end well.
You're right. It's not gonna end well. Not for you, because I'm choosing not to be a part of this business. If that's what you're calling it.
We both know you're in. So congratulations. It is gonna end well. But that right there, right now, it's not gonna end well. It's just way out of your league.
If I had to choose between one of these, I would. They're all kind of pedestrian. But if I had to, I'd probably go with this one. Being the best of the worst, that is.
Wow. Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but I don't really think you're qualified to judge. Thank you for your time and opinion, sir.
Sorry, she's just a little overprotective.
Yes, I am overprotective. And do you want to know why? Because you would be lucky to spend more than 5 minutes with her. But you're never gonna know what that's like because you're about to leave. I'm protective from the strange and annoying.
Yes. Being protective from the strange and the annoying is never a bad thing. Thanks for introducing us to these lassies. Lucky for you, we have some strangers for you to annoy outside, and I may require your protection. So, I'll give you a minute. Ladies, wish me luck.
Pedestrian.
I don't
Who
even
are
know.
these guys?
No, I don't
Who
know.
are these guys?
I
Why
have
did we
no
come
idea.
here? That's ridiculous.
Gentlemen, the party has arrived. This isn't a game or a joke. It certainly isn't a party. Serious business.
He's no trouble.
Who are you? He's part of the deal. We cannot do this whole thing without him.
I'm not here to be a part of anything. Tristan here has made a major mistake, and whatever it is that he's arranged...
Hudson just doesn't understand how...
Hey, I want you to do me a favor, okay? Is that when you go tonight, when you leave here, I want you to ask the clown here who I am. And then you're gonna understand that what you're saying right now has consequences. You got me? What we got here? This yours? 112 Parkway. Well, Mr. Arthur Hudson, we may be having that party of our own after all.
Okay. We're all acquainted here now, right? So, how are we gonna do this thing?
I'll let you know. But not tonight.
Later then.
You're unbelievable.
Whoa, slow down there, cowboy.
Do you think this is a joke? This has got to be the dumbest thing you've ever done.
So I'm so stupid and you're so smart. What else are we supposed to do to get out of this mess that we're in?
Mess. It's not my mess. This is your mess that I've been going broke over trying to fix, and you go out and do this? I'm not out making deals with criminals. Where'd you get the money for this anyway?
It was 10% down and the rest was on a loan.
You know, I'm sorry for saying that was the dumbest thing you've ever done.
Right?
Taking a loan from a guy like this is the dumbest thing you've ever done, and I don't think it can be undone. I do not want to be dragged in the dirt with you. I do not want to become like you.
I'm scared, okay? I don't know what else to do.
You know, you think you're so smart and you've got it all figured out. What you forget is that we've known each other our entire lives, and I know when you're being legit and when you're not.
So what am I being right now?
I've never seen you be legit.
Hey, Ansel Adams. Sorry, I thought you were the other guy. Please apologize for my friend in there. She can be quite protective.
Yeah, she seems like quite the guard dog.
Yeah, something like that.
I think my friend in there wants to take you out.
What are you, his agent?
Yeah, something like that. He's kind of cheap though, never pays my commission. You should go out with him.
No, I don't really.
I'm not the one asking you out.
Come on, pretty lady, let's go!
I'm just not interested. He's really not my type.
Hey. In case your type changes.
Don't count on it.
It's not gonna end well for you. Way too churchy.
Churchy. How do you figure?
Skirt's a dead giveaway. She's probably looking for Ned Flanders.
Claire, darling, where are the photos for the 8x10 gallery? I won't have time to deal with the caterers, Becca, and all your last minute changes. Not unless we want to give me a nice fat bonus from the pre-sales and tell all the wonderful guests they'll be enjoying the gallery from the street.
We could hold a live performance art show on the sidewalks so that everyone can enjoy the works of Renee. We'll call it Uptight and Tights.
If Becca's not here in the next 15, we're gonna see someone uptight.
The 8x10s are in the folder.
And the folder?
Here.
Oh my. Claire? Mrs. Brooks?
I told you last week one more time and you'd be circling wanteds in the paper. Mrs. Brooks is my mother.
When you see this, you're gonna give me that bonus after all.
This has got to be the worst job in history of terrible jobs.
It's not true. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're not always the worst one off.
We don't know that. Could be true.
Well, at least we're paying the rent. You got that, right?
All I'm saying, this has got to be like top 10 worst jobs. Or is it bottom 10? There.
Yeah, hello?
Hi, is this Hudson?
It is. Who's this?
Claire. From the bar the other night? Your friend gave me your number on the back of an 8x10 print?
Is that the girl from the other night that shut you out?
Look, I'm not calling to ask you out. I'm sure you get the cold shoulder a lot, so you're not used to getting calls from girls.
It is.
No.
I'm good.
Sorry, I meet a lot of Claires. Which one were you?
None of them, because I didn't give you my name.
Oh, Claire, right.
Cute. Look, I'm calling to ask if you're available to meet tonight.
So you are calling for a date?
It's not a date.
I'll have to check my schedule. One moment. You gave her my print? Yeah, turns out I'm free tonight.
That works perfectly.
Great. It's a date.
It's not a date.
Yeah, you know what? I did give her your print. You just remember which side your bread is buttered on.
You got the rent, right, Cupid? Because if you don't...
If I don't, yeah, I know what's gonna happen. Stop worrying so much.
Hudson! Hudson! Hi! Sorry, excuse me, sorry. Glad you made it.
I thought this was going to be more of a private date.
This is anything but a date. Run.
What is going on?
Your art is on display.
This isn't art to be put on show.
Your photo is amazing. Please tell me it's your photo. I mean, I just assumed because your friend.
It's my photo, but I'm taking it back. I don't want it displayed like some sideshow attraction.
This isn't a circus and there's no sideshow. But if you insist you're not comfortable.
No, I'm not comfortable. I don't have the slightest idea why I would be comfortable. That boy in the photo, last despairing moment. He's desperate and lost, and these people with more money,
What?
they're looking at this unbearable moment of sadness as art.
No one is judging.
They are judging. Look at them and tell me that they're not thinking or saying, this is shameless, that poor boy can't even. And you are no better than them because you're the one who put it on display.
And who are you to so quickly judge? You probably made your friend give me that photo. What, did you think it would turn my lights on, make me think you were oh so deep?
Yeah, and you put it on display so people can think you're this brilliant art showist?
Stop.
Don't worry. There's no plan we concocted here? You're not that special.
When I put up that photo, I did not see helplessness or despair or whatever ill-fated reason you may think. I saw hope. I saw a man who was kind and gentle with a heart of gold, who was able to capture a pure, honest moment in another's life who would otherwise shun the world that shunned him. The art is you and your God-given gift to relate. Hudson, wait. Hudson, don't leave.
Hudson, right? Randall Adler. Very nice to meet you.
Mr. Adler, what are you doing here? I mean, I know what you're doing here, but how do you know my name?
Well, I saw your photo. This one that you're so anxious to run away with.
I'm sorry.
Well, what do you have to be sorry for? It's very personal to you. I can understand that. My work is personal to me, too.
I thought you'd be nicer.
So I told her, look, I'm taking the photo with or without you, but the horse stays.
So you got to keep the horse?
Oh, no, she left in a hurry. But it was still a great self-portrait, even if it was with just a horse.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Okay, young lady wants us out of here. Hudson, I'd like to purchase your photo, exclusive rights to the negative. I believe you're that talented. You have a gift, and you should understand that.
I'm sorry, Mr. Adler. It's not for sale.
Listen to me carefully. Don't ever apologize for your art, or what you want or don't want to do with it. Your perspective and view of the world is unique. It's reflected in your work. Treasure the ones you make that hold truest to that. Claire, darling, wonderful to see you again. Beautiful as always. Hudson, it was my great pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure was all mine.
Good night, kids.
He's pretty amazing.
I can't believe what just happened. I'm sorry for losing it like that.
I understand. You're a complicated photographer who's kind of high maintenance.
I'm anything but a photographer.
Just high maintenance then?
I have my moments. Thank you. You want to tell me what this is all about? You said today you had the money.
I told you I took care of it. No one's going anywhere. Maybe if you weren't so preoccupied with Mother Mary.
Taking care of something is not doing nothing. Collect your crap, you're out. I'm sick of paying for your debts and being broke. And you know what the worst part is? You don't even care who you hurt or take advantage of.
What are you doing?
Something I should have done a long time ago.
What's gotten into you?
You're spiraling out of control, and I don't want to be dragged down with you. Who's that?
Where's the cash?
What?
Disappointing.
Whoa!
You obviously weren't educated as to who exactly you were dealing with. Now, we had an arrangement. You can't back out on that.
We're cool.
Cool. I feel I don't have to remind you of what should happen should you fail to come through on your deliveries.
You're a monster.
I'm a monster. I like that. I prefer dedicated entrepreneur. Huh? It's a nice place. Should fire your maid, though. This I recognize. I suggest you gentlemen take care of this before you end up on First Street. Good day, gentlemen.
Get out.
Where am I supposed to go?
Not my problem.
Fine.
Vic, I need a minute.
You know it's your day off, right?
Is it that obvious?
I can't give you any more overtime. We have far too many workers, work is low for the season, and I'm required to see that any OT is evenly distributed.
I'm not here for OT.
Then what do you want from me, Hudson, a hug? I am busy and I can't do a juggling act to amuse you.
I need a favor.
I'm all out of favors for the season, Hudson.
It's really important. I'm in a lot of trouble.
What is it, girl problems again?
I'm being evicted. I need advance on my next pay to cover the rent.
No.
No?
You are already in the hole for as many advancements you've asked for in as many months. We are not a charity. You work, you get paid. We can't do anything more.
I'm gonna be homeless. You need to know what's happened. It's Tristan.
Let me stop you right there. You want my help? You asking me for my help? Let me offer you a free piece of advice. When you came to me and asked, insisted on bringing your friend on, what did I say to you?
We're best friends. We grew up together and he needed a job.
What did I tell you?
That he was a drain on my life with no direction of his own.
What else?
That I didn't want to end up like him.
Does he play any part in the situation you're in?
Yes.
Then I can't help you, even if I wanted to. I'm sorry, but you need to straighten out your responsibilities before they straighten you out. Lord help you, son.
Hudson, what are you doing here?
Claire. I come here all the time.
I've never seen you here.
Well, I mostly come at odd times of the day. You know, I'm so quick, it's like I wasn't even here.
That fast, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they know me, so I rarely have to wait. I'm like the Flash.
Next.
I think he's talking to you.
Right.
What do you want?
I'll just have, my usual.
What's your usual?
You know?
No, I don't know.
You must be new.
I've been here for 3 years now, and I've never seen you here before.
I'll have what she had.
Be 525. Yeah.
So you're like the Flash, huh?
Well, it's probably because I was so fast. That's why he didn't recognize me.
That must have been it.
Doesn't sound like I'd be making that up at all.
So what does bring you to this part of town?
I was hoping to run into you. I wanted to ask you something. Why is it you didn't give me your name? The other night, you had your bodyguard.
You seem like too nice a guy to lead on.
Well, it would have been nice to refer to you as Claire instead of referring to you as...
Instead of what?
Instead of snobby bar girl who stole my photo?
I think that photo was given to me. Can I be honest?
Can I be honest?
I didn't give you my name because you weren't interested in me.
I'm really not the Flash. And I was interested in you.
Past tense?
Present. I still am. You eat, right?
Depending on the situation.
I was hoping we could try eating something sometime, see what happens.
You've never been to this coffee shop before, have you?
I've never been to any coffee shop. Would it be too forward if I asked how I could see Randall again?
You prefer Randall over me?
Well, not in that order. I mean, I prefer you both, separately. Have dinner with me.
Tomorrow. Noon.
And Randall?
He can wait.
Hi, Nana. Claire, my darling, how are you?
I'm great. Oh. Nana, this is Hudson.
Oh my, the photographer we've been hearing so much about.
Pleasure to meet you.
And it's such a pleasure to meet you. Claire, you didn't tell me he is so strapping and handsome.
Where's Grandpa?
Oh, in the garage with his cars and cameras. I'm sure he's waiting for you.
Grandpa, we're here.
Hudson, I was wondering if this sweet girl would bring you by.
Randall. I mean, Mr. Adler.
Oh, Randall's just fine. It's not all business around here.
I have hot chocolate. Randy, stop that tinkering. Come on, Claire.
Thanks for coming.
Don't thank me. I would have found you either way. Do you mind? It's cold.
Come in.
So I understand you wanted to see me.
Yeah, although I didn't picture it quite like this. I was shocked to find out that you were Claire's grandfather.
Oh, well, being surprised once in a while reminds us that we're all still very much alive.
Well, I must have lived a dozen lives by now.
Hudson, a good shed or building, like life, is made up of 3 parts. The base, you gotta have a solid foundation, like friends and family to support the weight on top and keep everything from twisting. Secondly, the building itself, the walls, ceiling, they're much like the morals and ethics adopted in life. They help protect you from the unsavory elements. And finally, Hudson, there's the windows and the doors.
Yeah, because you'd want to leave to keep from going stir crazy.
Can I be honest, Hudson? I can sense that you're frustrated and hurt about something. But if the good Lord sees that you're on the road that you're meant to be on, then the lesson is worth the cost.
Since we're being honest, whoever he is, I don't think he has any intention of being fair. If he is there, and I doubt he is, it's certainly not to help. Not me, anyway.
Well, I can't speak for the Lord or what his motives are, but he does help when and where he can.
I've decided to sell you my prints and negatives. Take you up on that offer from the other night.
I don't think I can do that. You were adamant that you couldn't part with them. I just didn't realize what they meant to you. I don't think I possibly could.
Oh, where's my grandfather?
You said he'd be a minute.
My parents decided to come too, and I thought I should let you know my dad's kind of intense.
How so?
Let's just say he's a detective.
Should we say grace? Would you like to say grace, Hudson? Go on.
Thank you.
Bless us, Lord.
Bless you, Lord.
And make us truly thankful
And make us thank you
for what we're about to eat.
for what to eat.
Okay, amen.
Okay. Amen.
All right, let's get started.
So, Hudson, have you ever been arrested?
Don't answer that.
That's highly inappropriate, Rick.
It's an honest question. My answer would be no, I've never been arrested.
It's not a question for lunch.
All right.
Or any time. Just ignore him.
So, what do you do, Hudson, besides photography?
Well, I work at a lumber yard. It's nothing special, just general labor.
And what type of degree do you need for that line of work?
Daddy!
I'm sorry, sir.
That's enough, Rick. Please ignore him, Hudson. He must have woken up on the wrong side of the bed.
It's an honest question. Certainly there must be some type of specialty training that you need for that line of work.
Stop it.
Tomorrow you won't be waking up in a bed at all, Rick.
Nothing really. Mostly the supervisors just tell us what to do.
I'm so sorry, Hudson. I haven't the slightest idea what's gotten into him today.
I get the distinct feeling your father doesn't approve of me.
Don't take it personally. He doesn't approve of anyone.
So, is he like this with all your boyfriends?
Boyfriends? What kind of girl do you think I am?
A very sweet one? I can't believe your grandfather's so nice. It must be great having him watch over you like that.
It is, I suppose. I don't really know any different.
Your family's religious.
Does that bother you?
I've never been raised with it.
Your parents never took you to church?
Foster parents. My parents died when I was a kid, and I don't have any family. Not that I know of, anyway.
You don't have anyone?
The only person I've known since I was a child is Tristan, who's more or less a stranger to me lately.
I'm so sorry.
I think it's great you and your family are so close and you believe, but I just wish it were true.
What's that?
God. I wish he was real and not a fable like Santa Claus.
What makes you think he's not?
I've seen things and what people really are, and he can't be real. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend you.
Just because you don't believe doesn't make it any less true.
Well, if he is real, I've never seen it.
The hardest thing to do is put away your intellectual pragmatisms and just believe. And have faith and trust. Your friend. Do you trust him? The thing about faith, it's trust. You can't have one without the other.
Better not be a joke. You're already getting an extra 30%. You're a real piece of work, you know that?
I'm not here to pick a fight.
You need to get your head checked. One of your Jesus-loving foster mothers should have taken you to the doctor instead of sucking back schnapps.
I'm here to tell you that I made a mistake.
Are you really trying to apologize?
I'm trying.
Now I really think that you need to get your head checked.
I shouldn't have kicked you out like that.
Well, how could we possibly blame you? That's the way that you were raised.
I'm trying to apologize.
At the first sign of trouble, he's dropped like a hat. Kicked out by the very families who swore to protect him.
You know, this is hard for me to do, and you're not making it easy.
I didn't realize that I was obligated to do so. Let's realize who was there for you when you were abandoned. And you cut me out.
Yeah, you took me in. You want a gold medal?
I want you to know who's been there for you. I know who's been there for me, and they're not in this room.
Clearly, this is just a game to you, and the one time I don't want to get tied up in your racket.
This opportunity was supposed to be for both of us to get out of this miserable pit that we're in. I wanted us to do this together.
The pit we're in is because of you and your debts. What you're talking about is illegal, so don't blame me for not wanting to be a part of it.
You're spending too much time with that girl. I don't like it. She's twisting everything up around inside your head.
She's got nothing to do with this, any of this. And so you know, it doesn't take a genius to figure out the difference between right and wrong.
You don't get it. This is our ticket out of these dump lives of ours. We do this, and we move on with the rest of our lives. You want to be hauling lumber the rest of your life? Making $10.50 an hour? Being uneducated, Ungraduated, middle-aged men does not exactly put us in line for the best paying jobs. This is my only opportunity. But if you want it, it could be our opportunity.
Hudson, my boy, thank you for coming on such short notice.
It's no problem.
I wanted to talk to you. Now, you know I possibly can't buy your work because we both know that you don't really want to sell it. So, I thought of the next best thing. This gallery's going to have another showing in 2 weeks, and I want to personally commission you to take photos for the gallery. You get to keep full rights, but we get first right to show your work.
This is amazing. Though I don't know if the work will be any good.
Not the work, your work. You have the passion and the talent. Now let's see if you have the drive. Only then will you be an artistic, professional photographer.
I think it's going to take more than that to turn me into a professional.
Now there isn't a lot of money that can be paid to you. We want 4 photos at $25 apiece.
I guess I can work with that.
I know it's not what you expected, son. But until we've built up your bankability as an artistic photographer, only then can your commissioned rates increase. I know you have the talent that this gallery needs.
Okay. Okay, that sounds great.
Fantastic. Fantastic. This is going to be exciting. Claire, darling, grab the champagne. We have a little celebrating to do.
Hudson! Hudson! We need to talk.
Now, I don't know what this is, and I gotta be honest with you, I don't like it. We can't have anyone from our crew having the cops show up for them like this. I know you've been working, unlike your friend who can't seem to manage even the simple task of showing up. Now, I hope that I don't regret this.
Detective, he's all yours.
Hey, what can I do for you, Rick?
It's Detective. So, how's everything working out here with this court-appointed job placement agency?
It's good. It's busy, but easy work.
I spoke to your supervisor. He had some good things to say. But me, I'm not so sure.
I'm sorry. What is this about exactly?
Oh, just checking in. You know, making sure you're following your probation orders and such.
I have been. I have no problems, and so you know, sir, I have nothing but the best intentions with your daughter, and my probation is not what it seems.
Really? Well, I consider my reading and comprehension skills to be pretty good, so, you know, feel free to enlighten me on what I don't understand here.
I was trying to break up the fight.
Oh, by breaking up a fight, you mean by breaking someone else's nose and collarbone?
It's not what it seems.
No, it's exactly what it seems. See, you got into a fight. You attacked a man, which resulted in aggravated assault causing bodily harm. And given your file, which reads like a cautionary tale for kids in a Scared Straight program, Mr. Hudson Arthur, you're not to spend a second more with my daughter or near her gallery, or so help me God, I will scrap together every piece of evidence that shows the court why prison is a better fit for you than probation.
It was all a big misunderstanding, an accident, honest.
Well, all that matters is what the file reads and what the facts are. You know, you should try doing the right thing for once in your life. You might learn something. You stay away from my daughter.
You're the last person I expected to see around here.
We need to talk.
So you're gonna tell me why you're here?
I'm here to tell you that I'm here to help. You need help, and we're friends, and I'm here to help.
I see. So we're friends now.
You still need a partner, right?
And you still need to avoid eviction, right?
I need the money. I can't end up in the street. I'm glad you came. I wanted to talk to you about something.
I have something important to tell you as well.
It's about the gallery.
That's why I'm here too.
I
wanna
don't think I
headline
can
your
take the
work at
photos
next
for you.
showing. You don't want to take the photos and be part of the gallery?
Well, I want to. It's just this thing came up, and I...
Look, if you don't want to do it, just tell me. I'm a big girl. We have plenty of amazing photographers that would relish the opportunity.
I want to. I'd love to. It's just this thing came up, and I'm not gonna have time.
Think you're grasping the magnitude of what my grandfather, what I'm offering you.
I think I've got a pretty good idea. It's about $25 a picture.
It's worth a lot more than that. You think you've got it all figured out here, don't you? I think you're smart enough to know the real value in this. It's not about the money. It's what you've been looking for your entire life.
Which is what?
Community.
Community?
Yes. It's where similar, like-minded people gather together for the greater good of the group and building relationships.
I know what a community is.
You might know what it is, but I don't think you've ever experienced it.
What would lead you to believe that?
Come somewhere with me.
What, right now?
Yeah. It won't take all day. I really want to show you something. It won't take all day. I'm actually heading there right now.
Let me grab my coat. So, am I to take it that community means forced babysitting?
This is a big play day our church and community puts on once a month. It's for the foster kids and their families.
Foster kids?
We've been doing it for a few years now, and what we've seen is an increase in positive social behavior and a decline in negative outbursts based on their emotional states. What we've come to realize is that by surrounding these more at-risk kids with positive and healthy relationships, they are in turn reinforcing positive relationships with each other.
I don't even really know what to say.
Unfortunately, it also works the other way. We try to provide the positive here.
Time, my baby, time will bring the biggest stage, and there you'll sing. Once your wings match your dreams, fly, little girl, and you will see. the stage and there you'll sing. Once your wings match your dreams, fly little girl and you'll see. The world.
Bye, Hudson. Will you be coming back next year?
I'll make sure of it, Andy.
Promise?
Promise.
He's such a great kid.
Yeah. He really is. They all are. I wish you were around when I was a kid.
So how often did you move?
More times than I'd like. Every year, sometimes as much as 3 times in the same year. Some of the families were great, but couldn't or didn't want to deal with such a difficult child. I mean, I don't think I was necessarily a bad kid. I was just acting out of anger. I was very angry.
What about the other families?
The other families? Those other families were... I wish more of my foster families were half as good as the ones that were great, but even the ones that were great, you know, they weren't that great because they never seemed to want me.
I'm so sorry, Hudson. I had no idea. Otherwise, I never would have brought you here.
This whole experience has been great. I've never seen a community quite like this. I think I'd like to be a part of it more.
We'd love that. I would love that. You're a good man, Hudson, despite what you've been through. The world could use a few more good ones like you.
Claire, I don't think that...
I don't necessarily think it's the past that makes a person. Who you are to become is shaped by how you act and the choices you make today.
Well, that's good because I haven't always made the best choices.
That's not what's important.
What is?
What's important is that you want to become a better version of yourself. You don't have to walk around with the guilt and weight of being a less than admirable version of yourself. If you truly regret the decisions that you've made, all you have to do is...
Is what? Ask God for forgiveness?
Well, in not such a cheesy way, yeah. Sort of like that. It's not what you say to God, it's how you feel about it. He's as much a part of your inner self as he is up in the sky or right beside you.
Well, I don't think any amount of forgiveness could wipe my slate clean.
I think you'd be surprised. You're a good-hearted person, Hudson.
That's an easy thing to say.
Yeah, it is an easy thing to say. But your true character is revealed in your actions. And I can say that because I saw the way you cared for the kids today. And with my grandfather, who adores you, I know a good one when I see them. And you, Hudson, you're a good one.
Thank you for today. I haven't had a day like that since, well, since forever, actually.
You don't have to thank me. I like you, Hudson. And I want you to know I'm not going anywhere.
Well, that's good because I don't want you to. Yes, yeah, okay. I can both see and hear you banging on the window.
Hi, Claire. Nice to see you again. Stealing my friend.
What couldn't wait 10 more seconds?
Nothing. I just saw you two pull in, and I thought I'd save this nice lady here from this situation right here. You're welcome, by the way.
Thank you, my knight in shining armor.
Is there anything else?
I just thought I'd see if maybe you wanted to leave. Soon. With that thing, you said you wanted to help me with. I'll give you guys a minute.
I should probably go.
Yeah.
He could hurt himself if he's alone, and
Yeah, you better go.
I did have an amazing time, though.
Go, get out of here before you have to call an ambulance.
Really? You couldn't find a better place to meet? Don't you think meeting at her work is a bad idea?
Come on, you said you wanted to do this. Just pretend like you want to be here, okay? Be a man, not a little boy.
I still don't think this is a very good idea.
Anyone ever told you you sound like a broken record?
Dodging my question doesn't give me any more comfort.
And asking the same question a billion times does not change the answer. So, what is the deal with this girl?
Claire?
No, the other church girl you're chasing around.
I like her. A lot.
You don't think that she's a little...
A little what?
Churchy, preachy. Doesn't she always go on and on about her Bible studies or whatever?
You always have to do this?
I just think that you could use a girl with a little less knee sock.
Every girl I've ever liked or had a relationship with had to be tarnished by your overwhelming dislike for them.
I just think that you could use a girl that's a little less church and a little more...
You know what the worst thing is? You don't even know them. You've never given so much as an ounce of effort.
Shh. What is that?
What?
I gotta go check it out.
No. What if it's red?
Unless he's 40 minutes early, I don't think it's red.
You took me here 40 minutes early?
Yeah. I wanted to try and convince you to stop seeing Mother Mary.
What?
I just don't think she's good for you.
What, and you are?
I have my moments. Okay, you stay here. I'm gonna go check that out. I'll be right back. Okay, it's probably nothing.
I don't think this is one of those moments.
Tristan. Tristan.
This must be a familiar place for you. You must be feeling right at home.
I've never been in a place like this.
Well, I have to say, Hudson, you sure do wear it well.
I have nothing to do with any of this.
Oh, really? Well, you should have said something sooner. We probably wouldn't have arrested you then. You're in a world of trouble. Things are gonna get a lot harder from this point on.
I don't even know what was in those bags.
Well, unfortunately, there's no feasible way to prove that except for, well, taking your word for it. And well, based on your current situation and your checkered past, your word isn't worth its weight in air. You know any prayers, son?
Don't call me son.
Here's a card. It's gotten me through some difficult times. Sometimes things gotta get worse before they get better.
Where is he?
I can't talk about an open investigation. You know that, Claire.
Don't give me that police crap. His sleazy friend said he'd be out this afternoon. He's not at his house. I want to know where he is.
He posted bail. I don't know how, but he did. And I don't know how long it'll take to process, but... well, here he is.
You know how everyone in your life has always left you because they thought you were an unworthy cause?
Claire.
I want you to know that's not why I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you because you're a criminal and a liar.
Claire.
And you are nothing what you appear to be. And I am positive there's not an ounce of good in you.
Claire, that's enough.
And don't worry about the photo commission. You're fired.
You better give it 5 minutes before you leave. You can use the phone over there. Call a cab.
Get in.
No thanks.
I'm not asking.
Oh, I don't believe this. What is it with you Adlers? None of you can mind your own business.
I'm only here to see Hudson. I'm staying well clear of you, Rick.
He's not here.
Claire said he was brought in this afternoon.
I can only imagine what Claire said. You know what? This is all my fault. You know, I never should have opened up my fat mouth and told Deborah that the kid was here.
Oh, your big mouth has got you in worse trouble than this over the years, Rick.
I don't know where he is. He just left.
Well, have you got any idea where he might be?
I'm a detective, Randall, not a psychic. Lord knows, I'll see the day where I regret this.
Lord knows I'll see the day you won't, Rick.
I must say, gentlemen, this is sorely not turning out the way I'd hoped or planned. And I'd be remiss to say that either you two are not to be held responsible for this, situation. So, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna change the agreement. You two work for me now. Consider me your employer. Because I own you two now.
You think you own us?
You must be Tristan. I'm looking for Hudson.
It's not about what I think. It's a matter of simple math. You two have lost something very precious to me. Financially speaking, of course. And Hudson, how else are you going to pay back the bail that was paid for your release? Now you don't have to thank me. There's no way I'm gonna let you walk away from this. Not this one.
So tell me what's happening, Hudson.
I didn't ask you to come looking for me.
I'm very worried for you. It's obvious, it's very serious. I'm here to help. I want to help, Hudson.
You're careening through the streets, looking for me like a maniac.
Hudson, please.
Did it ever occur to you that all I wanted was to be left alone? I'm not your son or your grandson. I'm not anything to you.
I was once myself in quite a jam. Oh, of course, it was nothing quite like the situation you're in. I remember this one time back when I was a young lad. This girl, Marissa Brown. She was so sweet to me. Anyway, her brother, he needed help moving supply food. He was in the army back in after the war. Well, his transport truck had broke down and he wanted to borrow Father's truck, but the problem was he wasn't around to drive it, and shipment had to be unloaded off on the base within the hour. So, there I was, this young lad driving Father's truck full of military rations. Boy, was I in trouble when I was pulled over. The police hauled me, and I didn't really know what was happening, but apparently it's a big deal to be driving around with military property. I tell you, they kept me in the station all weekend. They couldn't find the sergeant. He'd left on an earlier transport. And to make matters worse, I'd already been in trouble. Minor mischief, but I already had this perception of myself. So they weren't interested in what I had to say, only in how the situation looked. I know how this looks. I've learned a few things in my lifetime, Hudson. And I know this isn't part of your character.
No offense, but how could you possibly know that?
Guilty people don't humor an old man with a cup of coffee.
I don't think that's true.
Well, I have faith in the fact it is true.
Well, that word's been thrown around quite a bit.
Faith?
It's an empty word that people use to ignore what they don't want to see.
Faith is not being blind to the truth. Faith is hope. Hope in good over the bad. Because without hope, there is no light, and all we are left with is a darkness. Hudson, faith is hope. That no matter how bad life gets, whether in the people we trust or a situation we find ourselves in, that some good will prevail.
How can there possibly be a God with so much pain and suffering?
We're all embodied with free will. The power to make choices. Some are good, some bad. Everyone makes them. Everyone. Life is about making those choices, choosing which path we go down. But we're never an island or all alone. No matter what you might think, there's always somebody walking that path with us. Good or bad. Do you walk the path of light or without? You may feel all alone, Hudson, but I'm choosing to walk with you for company, and I have faith in you that you will find light in the darkness and trouble that you're in. God is here, right here. He's within your heart if you'll let him. If you have faith in the hope that you will see good in whatever pain you have, that will let you navigate through the toughest parts of life. Right here. Within your heart. That's where God is. Not because you belong to him, but because he belongs to you. God connects us to our humanity and binds us all to each other.
What was the third part of the building? The windows and doors?
Whenever a door closes, the Lord always opens a window.
I've been here for about an hour waiting for you. What's going on? What's so urgent?
Asked you here just to speak with our dear boy Hudson. He's got some very interesting information that I think you want to hear.
I can't believe this. You're out playing cops and robbers and wasting my time in the process.
That's enough, young man. You've been nothing but curt and sour to this boy who you don't know, but you decide to judge.
I have the right to approve whomever my daughter sees.
Yes, you might think you have the right, but you certainly don't have the authority.
Oh, I have the authority to arrest this criminal.
On what grounds?
Harassment, intimidation. He's obviously here to get to Claire.
I often wonder, Rick, if you hear just how ridiculous the words sound coming out of your mouth. Hudson, come in, please. Don't worry, he won't bite. He's just a grumpy old man who doesn't play well with others.
So, what happened?
My friend is in a lot of trouble.
Go on.
He's in with these people. think they're gonna kill him.
Well, we should put on a pot of coffee.
I'm looking for Claire.
Oh, it's you.
Believe me, I'm as happy to see you as you obviously are to see me. Look, I really need to speak to Claire, and I know you're probably not going to tell me where she is, but that's okay. Because I'm hoping and choosing to have faith that you will.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. She's in the back.
Thank you. This faith thing really works. I need to be honest with you.
What are you
and
doing here?
I desperately need to talk to you.
Did I not make myself clear? I want nothing to do with you.
I know, but it's really important.
That includes coming here, even if it is a public event. You know what? That's worse, because it is a public event.
Your father...
My father would not approve. Actually, that's a great idea. Why don't I call him?
I've already spoken to your father. I told him everything that's been going on. I've come clean, and I'm here to do the same with you.
My father only cares about the legalities of whatever it is you're accused of. You broke my heart and lied about the person you are. I thought you were a better person. That whole foster child bit, that really did a number on me. I felt so sorry for you.
I don't need you to feel sorry for me. I've made my peace with it.
You must be Claire. Your friend has told me so much about you. Now, oddly enough, Hudson hasn't said a word. Where's Tristan?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Is it that you don't understand where he is? Or who he is? Huh?
Where he is.
I don't believe this. Do you believe this? You're wasting my time.
Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. What, on accident? You, come here. Don't!
Claire!
Come here. You smell so good. Now, I thought I made myself perfectly clear today. Obviously, I didn't. There are consequences when directions are not followed. Was that clear? Huh? Oh. 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 No, I don't have all day. That scum of a person that you call a friend is your last chance. Where is he?
I don't know.
You're looking for me. Here I am.
Well, look who it is. The partay. I'm glad to see you learned a lesson. Just took a few stitches, huh?
May God help you.
Believe me, him and me are sorely uneven. Lord knows he owes me a few.
God is not a referee, and there is no scorecard.
Now, tell me something. How come he doesn't know where you are? If you said to me that you were gonna meet him here to pick this up, huh? Oh, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Get down on the ground! God! Drop your weapon! Down, down! Down, down! Down, down! Drop it down!
I've been angry and judgmental. By not giving Hudson a chance, I failed to see how much he cared for my little girl. I'm sorry.
Dad, it's...
No. Promise me you won't make the same mistakes I did. Right? Promise me that you won't let some bad decision tarnish your faith in him. Everyone deserves a little redemption.
I didn't know that guy was gonna be here, honest. Your father just wanted me to tell you what I told him.
Which was?
That I was trying to protect a friend who I was afraid I couldn't help. I didn't have faith or hope that I could handle the situation, and I made some mistakes.
Sounds a little familiar. Did my grandfather have a part in this?
I'm not at liberty to say. Maybe. Perhaps. Just a little bit.
I suppose that's not a bad thing. I'm so sorry for what I said at the police station. I was confused and angry and...
You did hurt my feelings pretty bad, so I guess you have a lot of sucking up to do.
Why don't we call it even?
Even? Yeah, I think I can do that.
We weren't able to get your commissioned photos up because I was so distraught and upset. But I was able to put something else together. I'd like to show you inside.
Sure. Just give me a minute. I need to take care of something.
I'll see you inside.
I'm probably the last guy you wanted to talk to right now. This has really opened my eyes. Got me through a pretty dark place. Maybe it can do the same for you.
We okay?
Always. You're the only family I've ever had.
Looks like I got a little competition. She's not moving in, is she?
Yeah, she's taking your room.
What about all my stuff?
I put it on the lawn.
Oh, because we're getting evicted.
Yeah, all we can do is have faith that we're not. Not yet.
One thing in my life, there's a million wrongs I'd make right. keep every promise I ever made to you. Love you with all my heart, faithful and true. But I was blind, but now I see. And I was lost, now I feel a love so real. It's hard to believe you believe in me. If I could be the man you needed, then I would serve you, God, and worship the holy name of Jesus, King of all the kings. Love you with all my heart. To you this song I sing, and I was blind, but now I see. And I was lost, but now I feel a love so real. It's hard to believe you believe in me. Well, every waking moment I spend for you, you are the light, the one hope, the way, the truth. And I was blind,